Hey guys, welcome back. You guys can see the river is crazy low. Some mullet right there. Had to get up to my knees, but it was good hard ground. Bees enjoyed it. Yeah, it did, didn't you? It's not a long walk, guys. I just can't go too fast. I have been really sick. Hope I'm on the mend. From my back, 100 yards in the sand is a long way. But what I'm wanting to do is get right down here where I can get out in that deep, because there should be some nice big catfish. There used to be. Wouldn't be able to keep it on the bottom down there around the bridge. It gets too swift. I think we're gonna try it about right here. You can see that we did try to shoot y'all a video a couple of times. Y'all can see the slime on that line. And every knucklehead you can think of had to come out and kind of mess things up. So we're trying some places that we haven't tried in a very long time. And of course, you put two poles together, the line's gonna wrap. There we go. That's not grass, that's not mud, it's dried slime. Even though there's a lot of current, if you don't have the rains and the regular flushing out of the river, oxygen levels drop and well, that slime takes off. But we got some bluegill and we got some minnows, so I'm gonna retie here and get rigged up. I'm probably gonna get in some slime here and try to pour the water out of these boots. So I need a new camera strap. This one doesn't want to stay on my head. But yeah, I've been pretty sick, and I don't know if I want to go into all of it with you guys yet, because I don't have all the details. But we're going to fish for this evening and not worry about it. And it's good to be back out here. And I'm hoping that there's some big cats moving through here. I'm gonna try for some eating size ones too. JB's gonna play. Usually we never get to come out here. This is always underwater. I've caught a lot of catfish off this flat right here, but it gets pretty deep over there, so we're gonna give it a shot. Guys, what I'm doing is using some really small circle hooks. Hope that bait didn't come off. I'm using some frozen bait. The guy was still at the bait store, but the open light wasn't on. Now we got a little something going on right here. You can see the line where it's bouncing. This one's doing that, but it's because it's settling in the current. And this ugly stick, I've only ever caught one catfish on it, and I really wanted to try it, but it's got like a ultralight sensitive tip. And of course, you know, the current's going to push it back, but that's okay, because when these things start feeding, they're going to feed on the edges of the drop off. I mean, I could being that I'm already wet, I could wade out there and put it literally on that other bank if I wanted to. But I don't think we're gonna have to. As soon as my bluegill thaw out, I think we'll be in business. And I may walk down there and try one around the pylons. If I had somebody to go with me, I'd put the boat in and get right in between those pylons right there. And not only would you tear up the catfish, but the shellcracker, bluegill, and crappie too, probably. It wasn't this low last year. That bank on the other side of the bridge was open. And of course we had all the right bait that day, but okay, here we go guys, here we go. Didn't think it'd take it long for something to find it. I did not think it would take long, but I thought he would do more than that. There's a lot of eating size catfish on this stretch of river. A lot of channel cat. I don't know about you guys, but some fresh catfish does sound pretty good. Man, it's one reason I'm fishing with less weight than ordinarily I would be if I was fishing for, you know, 100-pound flathead. That's a big old mullet jumped over there. And those are, one of you asked me a while back and I forgot to answer that. And it was a last year question. There's not a freshwater mullet and a saltwater mullet. These things come in up out of the bays, and they get in these little side creeks and stuff, and that's where they lay their eggs. And then the little finger mullet make it back out to the bay, and then eventually they go back out in the Gulf, and they breed out there, and then they just repeat the process every year. I wished I had some fresh mullet this evening. Only problem with using mullet is everything loves to eat it. And you tend to get gar and turtles and stuff that I really don't want to catch. Okay, here we go. He popped it hard enough to put a big enough bow in the line that it dropped, so he's picked it up. But if that's a channel cat, I want to give him time to get that minnow in his mouth. He's not there. At least we're not getting all that slime on our line here. We tried to shoot you guys a video last Friday, but I just wasn't well enough. I made the walk in, but I just didn't have the energy to fish once I got back there. And then we tried last Wednesday, and they were bringing their big four-wheel drives out onto places like this, and one, it's illegal, and two, one guy had a brand new one, $140-something pickup truck. I'm gonna bring it down and then sink it. I don't know what it cost him to get it out. He may not have got it out. But literally, if we got a big storm, this river where I'm standing at, and I'm 6'1", if I stood up on this bucket, I'd still be underwater. I've seen it come up that fast. So it makes it hard to fish when that's going on. It makes it even harder to shoot a video. You know, YouTube has their policies on things, and background noise and stuff like that, their computer will pick it up, and you know, but if somebody's playing music in the background, you really can't shoot a video. Something's still messing with it. I only put 1 ounce of weight on that. That's the rod that they tend to like to go to. And this one's made for catching catfish here, but for whatever the reason, of course I've only used it a handful of times. One of my favorite rods got broke in the back of the truck. But she just have to buy me a new one, won't she? I probably got 100 rod and reels, but I only have a few short ones. Well, I guess now only one. Oh, he's having fun. He's found him a piece of oak. And he doesn't swallow it. He spits all that stuff out. But he's been a woodworker since he was a little fella, hadn't you, son? Yeah, look at him smiling back there. Yeah. When the river's at normal level, now what in the world done that? There's a lot of gators on this river, and as y'all can see, JB hangs back. But there's a report that somebody has put Nile crocodile in 4 of the rivers, and I still hadn't been able to figure out which rivers it is yet. I keep forgetting to look it up, but it wouldn't surprise me. You want to see people misbehaving, just travel down that bridge right there. It goes for a mile back in that direction. Oh yeah, he's wanting it, bees. I'll give him a little bit of slack. I got this circle hook on here. We are hooked up, JB. I can keep him out of that line. Well, maybe I can. It's an eater, JB. Ain't that big, but he's a fighting little rascal. Hey, that's size your grandma likes. Well, your grandma did ask for some catfish. How about that? You got one right away. All right. Beautiful one, too. This is no, it's a channel cat. I thought it was a small blue, but it's a channel. My old arthritic fingers will let me get that hook out. I did bring some needle nose pliers. So to the nice gentleman that was going to buy me a set, you don't have to. That's a good eating size one right there, guys. And that's why it took him so long. So smallmouth, he couldn't get that whole minnow in there. Yeah, we're gonna keep him. JB says, "Ooh, catfish sandwich." Michael, I like catfish sandwiches. JB, you like food. You do. Well, you don't like cucumbers or tomatoes. Well, pretty much everything else, huh? All right, let's get another one, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and change batteries here real quick. Here we go, guys. He took that. That's a blue. The way it came to the top, A decent one too. Come on, Michael, get up. We got him, son. We lost one a while ago. JB does not like to lose them. I know you don't. Well, he ain't that big. He's got himself all wrapped up now. But that's perfect eating size. JB said he is big, Michael. And I apologize, guys. I misidentified him. I must have put a little more to him than I thought I did. These guys usually don't come to the surface that quick. These channel cat bite harder than the rest of them. I guarantee you they do. How about that, guys? Perfect eating size. It has been a blessed evening. Toss him down there in the bucket. Oh, yeah, don't stick me there. I had just reset everything. I want to kind of get this one back out there. Something was going after that head pretty strong, and I was watching it, and I just happened to glance over, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind a nice blue, but it ain't quite over with yet. We ain't got a long time, but we got some time. And that current will walk it right on past that one, and the lines won't even get tangled. And I'm hoping that another group of them has moved through, and okay, that's never happened before. That this will drift right back over to where they're feeding at. Now that one wanted it. He didn't play with it. I barely got the camera on in time. And if I felt better, I'd have a jig head going. Of course, I'd have more of them than I'd want towed out of here if I'd done that. We're gonna go for one more. I think that's going to be all we need. It shouldn't be long, because it should be about right where we need it. I can't believe somebody drove a pickup back in there, but they must have filled the mud holes in some. All that was a log jam. And they've got heavy equipment marks where they've come in here and taken out all those trees. You can't log the hardwoods on the swamp anymore, so there's companies that'll actually pay the, I don't know if it's the county or the state, but they'll come in and clear that out. We got something messing with that head right here. But usually the blues will come up real high, real quick, like that. I hadn't recovered my strength yet. That fish felt like he was 10 times that size. Of course, by the time we make it back to the truck and we go pick her up from work, we get back, it'll I'll be ready for bed. And I hope tonight I sleep all the way till 6 o'clock in the morning. Here we go. But sometimes that's what you need, is a good old-fashioned fishing trip to get you well. I've been missing making the videos for you guys, I really have. I know JB has too. I think he's on there. Oh, I jumped the gun. Well, he thumped it hard, JB. I see why. They can use them pads and get that bait right off there. Actually, I'm just gonna go back with that little head right there because I want them to get that in their mouth. Channel cats this size, what seems to be moving through here today, they don't have real big mouths. I mean, they do get big. You get an 8 or 10 pound channel cat on, it's got a pretty good sized mouth on it, but not as big as a blue cat or a flathead. It's just about settled. I'd love to tell you all what this ugly stick catfish rod is really like on a good catfish, but like I said, I've only ever caught one on it, and it wasn't a very big one. Of course, I didn't use it for about 2 years, so I can't say it. You know, I haven't really given it a good run for its money yet. It's so long, you know, it's fine if you're in an area that's open like this. I'd love to see that line just get real slack real quick. Well, this one right here, just something picked it up. When they pick it up, that line will get a deep bow in it. And sometimes they make a run with it. And I think we're fixing to get one on there because that sure looked like a run to me. Like it was starting to run. I hope it's a catfish. I hope it ain't old alligator turtle. You know, I filmed about maybe 30 seconds of an alligator turtle, and that video got 80-something thousand views. Maybe I ought to start filming turtles, huh? Oh, I hear a big old frog. Somebody put them cane toads in Florida. I don't know who it was, but there's all kind of invasive species around here now. Invasive. Well, I know he wanted it. Maybe he just couldn't get it in his mouth. Sometimes, guys, a big bait is not the answer. Sometimes they want a little bait. So you can start with a big bait if you want to, but if you don't get anything, say in half an hour, try a little bait. First time I took JB fishing, I think the first fish I ever caught with him was a channel cat. He wasn't even, I guess he was about 8 months old. He went in the water. Come out with the fish in his mouth. He doesn't like to let too many things get close to me. He watched his daddy die, and starting the next day he was, I say overprotective. He's not over aggressive, but he'll get between me and... Last call, guys. I got one going with it. I'd go get a light and come back out here and fish till we were out of bait if I didn't have to go get her from work, but we do, and I'm kind of pushing it. But it is so hard to quit when they're biting. I could go that way and go up that, but that's a horrible hill to get up. At least there's a little air moving out here. There wouldn't be none back in those woods. We only got to go through a little corner of it, but it's real snaky. Okay, he's banging on it. Lower it down a little bit for him. That first mosquito. Yeah, well, it's getting time to go. Come on, kitty. Come on. Bucket's gonna be heavy toting out of here. All right, I'll put it down. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Get everything else ready here. Back out my trash. Something will eat all that bait, but I ain't gonna leave any plastic bags here. I don't leave any of it if I possibly can help it. By the time I put my head down, he thumped it. He may have already gotten that bait. One thing about this style of fishing, you do get dirty. You guys kind of have a see there. I got 6 of them in there, so that is a good mess. I just wished I could have got the camera on for you guys. I'm sure he's already got the bait. But guys, I'm gonna have to get out of here while I can still see. Because like I said, that one part's pretty snaky. Yep, he did. He got the bait. Well guys, thank y'all for watching. I'm sorry I hadn't been able to get videos out, but sometimes you have to take a step back and take care of your health. And I couldn't, as sick as I was, made any videos, guys. I just was that sick. But I hope I'm on the mend. Are you ready, sir? He's ready. You want to just go home, clean, eat some fish? You want to go get her from work? You want to go get her? You want to see that baby horse, don't you? Okay, well, let's go take a look at that baby horse. Guys, we'll see y'all on the next one. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching. If you will, hit that like and subscribe, and hit that share button. That helps, because when you go a while without putting up a video, it's like starting all over. We'll see y'all on the next one.